Dark Souls 1, a game cherished by a lot of gamers. It's the game that like 99% of people who get into gaming will probably be recommended to play it or one of its kind. And in my opinion, the best way to experience a Dark Souls game is blind, but with a friend. Someone to help you guide you along your journey without actually ruining the experience of exploring the world for yourself. And that's where I come in. I'm going to break the video into two parts. The first being a spoiler-free guide section, where I just set the scene for where it's recommended that you go and tell you the vital information one should know before continuing. And the second being a brief overview of the areas in the video, some tips maybe to help you, and of course the bosses. So it seems like I'm really going fast. It's because I'm trying to keep the spoiler-free section as spoiler-free as possible. But don't worry, I still will be covering all the quests and going through the spoiler stuff in the second half. Now, the background up to this point was just me going through the cinematic and the tutorial section of the game. You just want to read the messages and explore. I'll cover this place more in depth in the spoiler section. Now, once you're at Firelink Shrine, you will be presented with a bonfire and a man sitting down. This is one of many NPCs you will run into in the game, and when you see them, talk to them. It's usually how you start / continue their quest.
But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now.
Once you walk around a bit, you will notice three paths: the stairs going up, the stairs going down, and the cemetery. Now, the last two options are places you can go, but it is highly not recommended. You can run around the cemetery in the sort of suicide run to get some good items, but the path that way leads is just not really the way you should be going right now. And same with the stairs going down, but there's really not any items, and it's way less worth. After scavenging around for some items, it's time to go up the stairs and onwards towards the Undead Burg, or as I like to call it, Tutorial Part 2. Now, that's not to say the enemies aren't tougher than in the Asylum, but this is the place the game teaches the player that it's not gonna play fair. And that you should always keep their head, honestly. Oh, where'd you come from? Look, I'm dead! Now, after slaying some demons, you'll see this bridge. You can't really see it, but there's this staircase in this right cubby that may or may not be helpful. After progressing past that bridge, you will find yourself at the Undead Parish, which is, like most areas, well guarded. After getting past the guards, it is highly recommended once you get to this point to go right. After which, feel free to check out the church, and all I will say is, don't be afraid of the elevator. After clearing the church, you'll want to go back to Firelink and talk to some more people. As usually after progressing through some bosses, you might want to come back to see what's going on here.
I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it.
Now, at this point, you should have a key that will take you to Lower Undead Burg. Basically, this is just Backstabber Alley, and has one of the worst Souls enemies ever made. Dogs. They're elusive, they have crazy stagger, probably one of the most hated enemies in the Souls series. And this place leads to a boss that's just plain unfair. Well guys, that's the spoiler-free section of the video. We're going to proceed to the tip / LP portion of the video. Our journey starts as a pitiful hollow. After receiving a gift from above, we're off to explore the asylum. Oh boy. Now, the first real big obstacle you'll come across is the asylum, which you can fight, but it's not the recommended route. Oh no, I got the slow roll. I got to go. Progressing through, we find a block staircase and a now broken wall. On the other side, Oscar, the guy who helped us before. He's a hollow like you, and he tells you a tale from his family.
but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Oh, you're too nice.
Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now. And thank you.
Oh, my friend. Give you an Estus Flask, your main source of healing in the game, and a key to progress forward in the asylum. So now you can fight the demon on more even footing. After prevailing, you open the doors and get your one-way ticket out of here.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords.
After a safe landing, you will be at Firelink Shrine, and you will find yourself sitting by a bonfire. This is one of the most important things in the game. It's where you level up, heal up, restore your Estus charges, and serves as your main source of a checkpoint in the game. It can be upgraded with items from certain merchants. I'll try to point these out as we come across them. Now when it comes to leveling up, there's tons of guides out there on builds, what each stat means. But the short version is, find a weapon you like, get the stats for the weapon you like, and see how well that stat did in school, then build that stat. You will also notice you are not alone. Sitting by the fire is the crestfallen warrior. He tells you there's not only one bell, but two.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess.
He's the true blind playthrough's only source of a guide. He gives you little hints about what you should be doing and where you should be going.
You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually two bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church.
There will also be some items hidden around Firelink, if you know where to look. After you feel like you've done what you could from Firelink, it's time to move onwards to the Undead Burg. There's a couple little alleys and nooks to check out, but it's a pretty linear path to the stairs here. Now, going down the stairs, you'll see a Black Knight. These are the guys you saw in the trailer. They are scattered around. They're like movie bosses and are pretty tough. But they can drop some cool weapons and upgrade materials. I recommend you go up and...
Surprise, motherfucker!
Now that's taken care of, it's time to step through the gate and face this ladder. You kill these guys. Trust me. Now, it's time to face the Taurus Demon. He has a very basic move pool, and he can be made to jump off the bridge. I couldn't get that lucky. Now after which we will hit this bridge. You do want to walk out and meet with my friend Solaire. We will talk about him in a later video, but you definitely want to talk to him right now yourself because he unlocks co-op. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this dragon is really, really buggy if you're playing the Prepare to Die PS4 version. So first things first, get the shortcut. Now, I was able to just walk past on my pyro. But I had to do the old school method on my knight, which is to shoot it down and run like a bitch. Ooh! Now, I recommend fighting the knights in a safe place so you can focus the boar, who is easily cheesed and sometimes drops a cool helm. He also does not respawn. Now, as you're going along the parish and you hit this point, you will want to go left and get yourself a checkpoint. Along with Andre, our go-to blacksmith for most of the game. He'll help you repair and upgrade your weapons, which is very important in the Souls game. He also sells repair boxes and smith boxes.
If you require smithing, then speak to me.
Now with that checkpoint, it's time to check out the parish. Now if you wanted to know what was on the other side of the elevator, well, here it is. Shortcut unlocked. Now you have easy access to the parish. Now when you're clearing it, know that this caster enemy is a one-time thing. So when you kill him, he's gone for good as well. And as you're exploring, you might come across this guy in a cell.
Then I am in love.
He'll ask you to let him out and he'll reward you if you do. I wonder what this guy's doing. And you can choose not to let him out. But if you don't, you can't use him for the upcoming boss fight. And he gets out anyway. I don't like you. What the heck are you doing?
I have nothing to say. Be gone from my sight.
Damn, bro, I was gonna let you out after the boss, bro. I just got a short attention span. Come on, don't be like that. I don't like you anyways. Now, the upcoming boss has 2 summons available to the player. And honestly, it's up to you whether you use the summons on boss fights. But just know, it will increase the boss's health. So, if the summons die, you'll be going up against a tougher boss by yourself. Now this boss is the Bell Gargoyles. If you use the gold pine resin from the Undead Burg, these guys just fall right over. The first one you fight has a tail that you can cut off to provide a weapon. Stop hitting them guys, I need the tail break! Don't hit them! Stop DPS! guys failed me. You guys failed me. You guys are the worst. Why are you coming to me? We're just gonna get wombo combo. So Leia, you trying to shoot me with that crap? I really wanted that tail cut, guys. After defeating them, it's time to ring the bell. And now the fun time is over. Now here's a fun fact. Anytime you've heard a bell ring up until this point of the game, is not just a random thing. It's actually a player ringing their bell in their gameplay. This is why I know for a fact this game will be played forever. Hey, this is supposed to be my moment. Hey, stop bringing that shit. After you ring the bell and go down the ladder, you'll notice this gentleman here. If you ever accidentally attack an NPC, there's a chance that they'll permanently hate you forever. So you can just come to talk to this guy and he'll pardon you and it'll reset the aggro of the NPC. Now, after beating a boss, I usually would recommend you go buy Firelink. This is usually how, when you can start talking to more NPCs, sometimes NPCs will start coming back, sometimes they'll leave.
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide.
Now, if you go on to kill the next boss, you will miss your chance of finding and talking to one of the Soul series' most infamous characters. Patches. Now, it's not worth going down.
What do you mean by that?
Just to see Patches. But I did it for you guys. And because he's one of Souls game's best characters, don't just take it from me, though.
Have you heard of Trusty Patches?
My boy.
If ever a man has rubbed me up the wrong way.
What? Nah, not bad.
Comes around again. I swear, I'll have his hide.
Whoa, what? No, my boy, Patches. Be warned, at this point in the game, each step down is going to be a step you have to take back. You will eventually have to go here later. But if you do when you get to this point, it is recommended that you just meet your fate and start heading back up. Besides, if you want to torture yourself, that next area will be annoying enough.
Don't look at me like that. I'm Trusty Patches. The one and only. Everything's good with this, eh? Oh, come on. Take it. We'll be wonderful friends.
Aw, Patches.
Come on now, what exactly do you think I did? You're not making sense, my friend. Oh, come on now, what exactly do you think? You're not making... Oh, does it really matter? Come on now, what... You're not making...
This next area is just not fair. Though it's literally just a hallway. Now what makes this zone suck isn't the ambushes or the annoying dogs that combo attack you.
Gotcha, bitch!
It's the fact you have one of the most unfair bosses in a Souls game at the end of it. The Captain. Now, by itself, it's not a hard boss at all. Once you factor in the small ass room and the 2 dogs that are also in the room, it makes this boss fight just seem tedious and unfair. I know for a fact people have put this game over this boss. Don't forget to let this guy. Don't forget to let out this guy. We'll talk about him later. Just know he's your sorcery vendor for the mage build players.
Brilliant. You opened the door for me. Thank you. I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I am pleased.
And well, that's it for now. If you're looking for more to do, maybe farm some souls with the dragon, or dip your toe down the staircase near Andre, because that's where we're going next time. Just don't venture too far deep. Alright, let's do this. Well guys, that was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. Now remember, if you have any questions, feel free to put in the comment section. I will either answer it or lead you to a link that will answer it for you. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. It all helps. It's all free.